Hey y'all, I'm gonna get to the cards in a minute, but first let me tell you about the energy this morning. It is absolutely electric. And when I was walking back home, as I was crossing the street, I shit you not, as I was crossing the street, it's like maybe 5 feet worth of sidewalk and road that we're talking about here, like crossing the street, stepping onto the threshold of the curb, okay? Maybe 3 or 4 steps. In this walk, I had a crow fly and land on the stoplight in front of me, cawing its little head off, caw, 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 losing its brain, right? I'm like, okay, completely normal, one crow. Doesn't mean anything, right? After the crow landed on the thing, and I stepped onto the sidewalk, like the curb, a butterfly flew across my face, but it didn't just fly across my face like butterflies do. They always fly the same. Every butterfly I've ever seen always flies the same. This butterfly was flying like erratic, losing its mind. And I was like, what the fuck is going on with that butterfly, right? That was my only thought. And then, right after the butterfly left my field of view, a little hummingbird flew across my face to go land on its tree. If you guys have been following me for a while, you've seen my hummingbird friend. You know the tree in which he sits. That is the curb in which I was walking. And 3 flying animals in the span of like 5 steps, losing their fucking minds this morning. Hummingbird was being hummingbird, right? They're crazy and they're fast and they're jittery as it is. You're never gonna tell if the hummingbird's acting crazy, but anyways, what I mean is, that made me fucking pay attention, right? One bird ain't gonna make me pay attention. One butterfly ain't gonna make me pay attention, but like 3, you're gonna throw a hummingbird in there too? Like, now I'm paying attention. So, as I was walking, trying to like meditate on what the message is, right? I kept getting like thrown out of my meditative state of walking, my meditation brain state while I'm walking, if that makes sense. I kept getting interrupted because like people were passing by, and I'm trying to work on like not being a shadow. So, I'm like forcing myself to like look at them and like smile and be like, good morning. And 10 times out of 10 they're gonna be like, oh, good morning. And I'm trying to like play human right now. I don't know what it means, but I'm trying. And as I was doing that and I kept trying to get back to my train of thought, I realized that's the message. I've been figuring that out this week. Like, I was just having a talk with someone, and in this conversation I said that like I'm always bombarded with energies. Like, I can't turn it off, no matter what veiling I use, protections, whatever. I can't turn it off, but I don't want to turn off my abilities, right? I just want to like mute them sometimes. And I realized that the reason that I can't mute them is because that's not my path to mute them. It's my path to listen to them and to learn to work with them. So I think that includes human connection right now. And that's like the hardest thing in the entire world for me. And I never noticed that until right fucking now, right? It was never an issue until right now. But as I was walking into my house, sitting here pondering this, right? Like, what is this message gonna be? Still like trying to marinate in the feeling that I was just in when I was outside. And I get to the top of my stairs and I realize I'm singing. Billie Eilish was playing on my little pocket radio, and I was singing. Like, I didn't even notice I was singing because I've been so connected to Billie Eilish's music that I didn't even realize I was singing. I was just doing it because the song was on. Like, it's natural. And then I'm like, okay, let me pull out my cards. And I shuffle and I shuffle and I shuffle, and I'm sitting here fussing about where am I going to sit, the lighting, whatever, stupid shit. I'm like, just shut the fuck up. Just sit down and get the cards, right? I get the cards, and I'm shuffling and I'm shuffling and I'm shuffling. And I keep seeing cards in which I think I should stop on, where I'm like, okay, that's a good start to the message. So I'll put them down and do whatever I'm doing. And then I pick them up and I start shuffling them again. And this happened at least 3 times I can think of, that I picked up the deck and I shuffled it by accident. I wasn't supposed to, because I was like, that's a good starting point. And then I was like, the message will come back out, right? But I finally fucking sat down to do this, and I looked at my deck and I was like, I don't want to start on the Page of Pentacles, but let me look at it, right? Let me be receptive. Let me listen. So, Page of Pentacles, Judgment reverse, the Fool. Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, and Hanged Man. And I was like, okay, I think the deck's ready. So what I'm getting here is your energy of trying to start fresh in something, anything. Toss a fucking coin and I'm sure you'll hit it. Starting fresh at something. Okay? Because October has been a whole perfect fucking pot roast stew for this energy to cultivate, to start making changes, to start making waves in our world, right? I'm sure you've seen it. Everybody I've noticed on the street, in the world right now, all my customers, everybody is so lost in their own world because October beats people's ass. You don't believe me? October has hands. So, anyways, Judgment reverse leading to the Fool. This is somebody who decided to finally listen. God, why is it like just everything that I say? Literally, exactly what I heard is deciding to listen about following a calling. Following a calling, again, semantics, right? Put that in your place. But Queen of Cups, it's because you're leading through your emotions right now. So you're learning to tackle the beast, right? The beastie that is emotions, because emotions are big and they're scary and there's a lot of them. And here we go with the Two of Cups. So something came in or was on its way in or is on its way out, what have you. There's some kind of connection that's in your life right now. It could be a friendship. It could just be like a really good friendship. Two of Cups is just kind of partnership. But there is some type of partnership that proved significant to you here in this time. And it's led you into this new state of wanting to listen. Do you see how these cards literally told me exactly what I just told you? I didn't even set this shit up, y'all. I can't stand when they do that, because I'm like, what was the point of me rambling for 5 minutes? And then the cards say the same shit. But anyways, Emperor and Eight of Wands, Page of Cups. This is definitely two different energies. Two very big different energies that are separate from that Two of Cups energy. There might be a couple different people involved in your life right now that are going to feel the need to come to you right now because there's some type of like hole in your energy, and nature abhors a vacuum. So there's a need to fill I didn't mean it like that, y'all. I mean like an emotional space, okay? There's an emotional space. There's a vacuum. There's a fucking black hole, and nature's got to fill it. Like, the universe has to fill it energetically. So you're gonna notice that you might have friends that are just reaching out to you out of nowhere, like family members, cousins that you haven't talked to in a while, something. Like, somebody's gonna just come in, and it feels like there's gonna be a couple of them. It feels like it might also be a new introduction of family time with the Emperor, because, you know, that's Big Daddy of the tarot. And Page of Cups, there's someone younger than that Emperor. So take that as you will. Do what you want with that, because that's the most general description I could give you of somebody coming to comfort you, if that makes sense. And it doesn't matter if you're not even going through anything, right? You're just like, yeah, it's like normal stress, dude. It's like, it's stress, but it's normal stress. Someone's gonna feel that there is a hole in the energy, and it's because October is so fucking electric. This is why I've kind of been laying low, because October is really, really, really hard for me. Every time, I know it, like, middle of September, I start feeling that energy, and I'm like, oh god, nobody talked to me until January. Like, I feel it, and it's strong. It's strong, and it's fucking crazy. And all that shuffling I just did, and I ended up with the Hanged Man again at the bottom, confirmation of message. So, I think what Spirit's telling us here is, oh, what a twist of events. Damn, I might have to do a part 2. I was like, that was a cute little message, let's just wrap that up. But here we are, 9:30, and we get a fucking devil, Justice, and the Star there. That just got really good out of nowhere, so I'm gonna go do a part 2. This is a part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, please go do so. I'm just going to keep going. So, we had the Devil jump out here with Justice at the bottom, the Star card, and the Five of Pentacles peeking out there. And I want to know what this Devil is, but I'm taking note of these, like, mentally. That's why I tell you about it, okay? So, what is this Devil here, please? Clarify. Thank you. If I could have guessed any fucking card in that deck to come out, that's exactly what it would have been. Thank you. Oh, no, none of them jumped. Okay, so the way that this came out, the way that it literally came out and the way that I laid it is like this, like temperance being held over the devil. There's some type of implementation of patience here, which is causing you to start thinking about releasing things, right? Toxicity out of your life. It could be kind of a collective thing where you're doing it because you feel other people doing it, or vice versa. People are doing it around you because they feel you doing it. The releasing of toxicity, I mean. And yeah, 8 of Cups, exactly. They feel you letting go of things that no longer serve you, and they can see it. They can see the change in you. They can see little tiny changes here and there, but people that are around you all the time are going to notice those, right? And they're starting to see those changes, and they're starting to look at you in a different light where, yeah, look at that fucking sun, dude. My cards are on fire today. They're looking at you in a different light where it's like, you might actually be listening to me. And I feel like this is something that most people aren't accustomed to, is having someone actually listen to them, because most people listen to mirror, right? So they listen to speak, essentially. So when you find somebody who actually listens and actually takes your advice and actually puts it into practice, it kind of turns, it turns this energy of like, oh God, what is this? What is this? Whoa! Whoa! Okay, Ace of Wands reversed. Explosive. I'm telling you, you guys don't believe me. That was a 5 of Swords that flew out of the fucking deck. Oh my goodness. This is so good, dude. Such good energy. 5 and 5 there. Look at that. So 55, 555, 555, what have you. 5s are coming up a lot. I've been watching this show on Netflix called The OA, and it's completely centered around the number 5. She meets 5 people. They have to do 5 movements. They light 5 candles, right? It's they're in a little pentagon. Like, everything is about the number 5. And I've never been connected to the number 5, so I was like, I know that's an intentional thing on this show's part, but like, damn, like, why 5 of all numbers, right? So 5 does represent like complications and like hardships, and that's how I've always thought of it because of what 5s represent in the tarot. So to see just constant complications, I'm waiting to see if this show introduces another number at some point, like 7 or 8, like their luck's turning around, they're gonna be prosperous, you know what I mean? But like, this is cool as fuck, how everything just falls together like this. And Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands reverse, Queen of Pentacles. Did you see that? I'm going to read all of these topsy-turvy because they're all fucking upside down. And there's this opening up of yourself, opening up to the energies around you, opening up to like acceptance of flow, is creating this new type of spark within you to pursue passions, or maybe get a little bit of fire going when it comes to things that have been sleeping, like your business or your projects or whatever, right? Just something that needs a little bit of gas, like a slow creep in the car. Like, we don't need full speed right now, we just need a little bit of creeping. So Queen of Pentacles, but then we've got the 7 of fucking Swords under that. Like, I'm so invested. Stop it. Oh my gosh. I'm so fucking invested in this right now. So, I need to clarify this Queen of Pentacles, but I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. Oh. Okay, so let's just take the Queen of Pentacles out and let me show you all of this. This fucking mess over here. 7 of Swords, Lovers, Page of Swords, Death, Rebirth. So, there is a relationship. I'm going to say that as a giant blanket term. I hope you understand that means every relationship in your life, family, friends, coworkers, what have you. Relationship, blanket term, okay? There is some sort of relationship in your life that is... I need to clarify the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords gets me in my head every fucking time, and that could also be what this is, because I'm completely overthinking and completely over-explaining everything today for absolutely no reason. This could be an energy of overthinking, but I do need to clarify that, okay? So anyways, Lovers with the Page of Swords here. There's somebody who, nose itch. There's somebody who, who is watching you make decisions. So this could be somebody who is close to you, right? Somebody who's close to your like daily life, or you know, your routine for that matter. This is somebody close to you who is watching you make decisions. Very, very loud, plain confirmation. And this person is watching you change. I literally heard that part in the Deftones songs. I watched you change. Like that part. They're literally watching you fucking change. And it's bringing up a lot of stuff from their childhood, from your childhood. A lot of energy of the past is getting kicked back up, and it's causing a releasing of anxiety. Look, there's the fucking Two of Cups again. It's causing a releasing of anxiety and things that are built up, and it feels like this is like a friendship that has been rekindled in order for you to heal something. Like this relationship is very healing to you, and it's also, look at that, underneath the Two of Cups. So I went 7, 9 of Swords, Two of Cups, King of Cups. This is also having a healing effect on this person, whether or not they're as in tuned as you are, whether or not they know it. They are also going through a healing and an opening up of their own emotions, and they're starting to really feel the emotions that they haven't been open to before. There's just a releasing here of all of this. 5 of Cups, 9 of Swords, like it feels like peace. It feels like something good really came out of this friendship, relationship, whatever it is. It was very healing to you. It's something that you really needed, and it does feel like a gift from the universe. Like you need a break. You needed a little energetic break. And 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Swords. 3 of Wands. I'm going to stop right there at the Fool because we're just going to keep going for fucking ever. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Again, 5, 10, right? You went from complication to completion. But this here is, it feels kind of like a warning right now. This doesn't feel like a completion. This feels like a warning, it's like a fake completion. It feels like a victory, but it's not. And it's a taste of a goal. It's a little niblet of a goal. It's a little treat. Here you go, little treat, little birdie. You've been doing okay. Here's a little niblet of what you're chasing, right? So that you can feel this peace and understand that this peace exists within humanity as well as another person. So if you're somebody that's like constantly seeking somebody else just because of like the feeling of emptiness, you have to understand that this feeling of peace can be acquired not only on your own but also in another person. But it does require the work, and it does require a strong energetic connection. And 3 of, I'm gonna stop at the Fool. I said that. And the Hanged Man's under it. It's just like, okay, enough fucking cards. 3 of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Fool. This is somebody starting to understand that they need to make a move. Not quite yet, right? Not quite yet. Queen of Cups and the Fool are both reversed, but the 2 of Wands is there upright. 2 of Wands is planning, and it's just kind of like just starting to get going on planning. And it feels like this is in the beginning stages of starting to learn how to tap into your emotions and utilize them in your everyday and everything, and feel through your heart is what I'm hearing. I do, however, I need to look into this. This is going to drive me fucking banana sandwich, so I'm going to have to do a part 3, but you can stop here if you want, that's fine, because that does feel cohesive in that message. Just feel with your heart and lead with your heart at that. So, you know, don't listen to your brain. Sometimes don't always have your best interest at heart. See what I did there? At heart. But I'm going to go make a part 3, so go join me if you want to. I don't know. This is a part 3. I'm just going to keep going. If you haven't watched the other 2, go watch them. I have to clarify this Queen of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords is driving me fucking nuts. But you guys saw me at the end of that one shuffling my cards back into the deck. Look what's at the fucking bottom. Mommy herself. And I'm going to put all these fucking cards back that I have been reading on, because I haven't put them back in the deck yet, because we need to clarify this. thought it was going to take a whole lot more shuffling than that to get a card to pop out. But right when I stopped the video, it was 33 seconds. So, to clarify, this Seven of Swords and this Queen of Pentacles is the Sun and the Ten of Wands. There's my birdie. And Sun and Ten of Wands is happy I'm finally releasing this burden, to be completely honest. Happy I am releasing this burden. Like, there is some, that's the hole. Like, you just released something. I'm telling you, I feel the hole. It's right here. It's like a little fucking tornado. And there's something that, again, we were just talking about this, what, part 1, about things that you've released, but it's coming full circle to show that this Queen of Pentacles is you over here, because you're happy that you're finally releasing this burden. Although you're gonna be attracting energies just, I lost the word that I was going to say. Just because you're going to be attracting energies because of the fucking vortex you've got going on right now, doesn't mean that you need them, right? This is independence, like, at its finest. Look at her. Look at her. Oof. But Knight of Cups and a Tower reversed with a Five of Cups reversed. Ooh, and an Eight of Pentacles. Something's going to come in that you want to work on. It might be off of the back of another tragedy, though, so be careful. So, you might get someone in a heartbroken energy, is what I'm saying. Like, they might have just come out of a breakup or something, and you guys just happen to be attracted to each other and just, like, magnets, right? It happens. It fucking happens, because that's how magnets work. You get too close to another magnet, you get stuck to it. But it's you feel the healing in this connection also. This one that decided it wanted to make its way in here. And you see also they are in the process of healing, right? So you're kind of being gifted people right now in your life that are going through what you're going through, probably not only to be able to empathize with you and, you know, have somebody around you that you can actually talk to that actually understands what you're going through, but it's also so that you guys can elevate each other's healing, right? Again, the show that I've been watching, the OA, the only way that they can heal people is by doing it together. Like, they have to do the movements and the chants and everything together, kind of like a little tribal situation, in order to do this healing, right? Which makes me think of, you know, tribes and covens. Like, people have been doing this for a long time. Like, this isn't new. And I try to think about this all the time. Like, what would you do if you didn't have a phone? If none of this shit existed, what would you be doing right now? And people like me that are like witches and, you know, whatever, they need community. You can't do this alone. You need community. And that's like the biggest part of everything that I did when I got started, was building community. And I was absolutely blown away that I could actually find people like me, that I could actually have community. And once you get into a community and you find that place where you feel good, where you feel like you can be yourself safely, at that point, you're going to start to attract your soul family. And like, that's super huge, dude. And I feel like that's what's going on here, where, ooh, my tummy growled. I feel like this is huge right now, where you choosing to heal and choosing to listen and choosing to surrender to the flow, it's just giving you like this fucking abundance of friendship. It's just gonna give you what your heart needs right now. And like, that's super fucking beautiful. I am really glad that I opened that up, but I want to see what this fucking Seven of Swords is. Like, that's gonna drive me nuts, and I can't leave this reading without it. Thank you. Clarify. Ah, there it is. I understand. One more. Thank you. Yeah, there it is. There it is. The Seven of Swords is you, baby. That's why it came out with the Queen of Pentacles, because it's you. You don't see how good you are. And I feel like that's what this person brought out of you, is that they showed you that there's good in you, because you started to understand by feeling this connection with them and feeling love with them. You are starting to understand that, how did I just lose everything I was going to say? It's like I fell off a cliff. Hold on. Okay, sorry. So you're starting to realize that the beauty that you see within them is also within you, right? This is like a big fucking revelation that when you look at them, everything you're in love with them, everything you're in love with about them is also something that you're in love with about you. When you think of all your past relationships and all the things you didn't like in people, and you start to realize that those things you didn't like about those people were things that you were seeing about yourself and you couldn't deal with, so you projected it onto them, right? This is finally starting to sink in. And even though right now it feels like you're trying to connect with people and you still feel alone, it's okay. It's okay. It's completely okay, because you're still in Hanged Man. That's why. Because you're still marinating. You're still a butterfly in a little cocoon. Like, chill out, dude. It's okay. Like, it's important that you're trying. I'm reminded of my baby child, because she tries at school to like make friends, and she's like, Mommy, I don't have any friends. Like, one day she'll have like 5 friends, and then the next day she's like, I don't have any friends today. I don't want to talk to anybody. And that's kind of what it feels like, where you're just trying to balance out energies, where you feel this need for connection, and you're like, I want to be a part of a community. I want to have friends. I want to do that. I want to connect with people. I want to be able to talk to people. And, just feeling that and understanding that you feel that, and understanding that that's something that you want, is going to start attracting that into your life. And you don't have to force it, right? You don't have to pull them. You just let them come to you. Because I literally said, like a reading ago, I think, that you're just going to be attracting a whole bunch of fucking people right now that feel the pull to your heart space. Like their heart space calls to your heart space. Like you hear my did you hear that? Your heart space and their heart space call to each other, because you guys are going through the same thing and you need community. It feels like a transcendent, beautiful tribal type of connection, like soul family, like true soul family. Like, I've never felt this feeling in my heart before, and that's why I'm like I'm so overjoyed by it, because I've literally never felt that before. And you might also be going through the same thing, where you are just as fucking independent as you've ever been. So independent. You're like, I don't fucking need nobody. I don't really need nobody, right? And right when you surrender and you just give up the idea of holding up that wall, because that's what it is. It's a wall. It's a shield. It's something you're holding up. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. You know that that's a shield that someone put in your hands at some point in time, and you just never put it down, because you were like, this is a gift. Why would I put this down? Why would I not hold it forever, right? Look at that. Oof. The dichotomy of this reading is juicy, you guys. High Priestess, 3 of Swords. You feel the pain, baby. You feel the pain. You feel their pain. You feel your pain. You feel the pain of everything all the fucking time. And it's so overwhelming, and it's so much. But you're also starting to understand that you can tap into a different frequency, babe. You are so transcendent. You can tap into a different frequency. You don't have to feel that forever. You can just choose not to feel that. And although you're like, but Star, these things hurt, I can't get over them. Yes, I know that. I know that. Who are you talking to right now? This Auntie Star. I know that shit is hard to put down, bro. But when you spend your whole life carrying a bag of bricks, and you finally just fucking say, I gotta stretch, bro. Like, drop that bag of bricks and stretch. Stretch as high up as you can into the sun, and just breathe. Because, dude, you're doing so good. Like, you deserve to feel peace. You deserve to feel that feeling of letting the bricks go and stretching and feeling the sun on your face and just reveling in your own energy for once. You deserve entirely all the love that you have to give. You deserve to receive that, but you deserve to receive that from you. And I don't think you know that just yet, but you will, okay? You deserve all the love you have to give from you. Okay, so that last reading was complete in its entirety. This is not a part 4, but it is going to be an energy wrap-up, because I'm still in the energy and I still feel like there's more to it. But again, it's a different reading. Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So, like I said, there is something coming in, some type of message. It could be an ex. It could be somebody that you're really interested in. It could be somebody that is interested in you that you didn't know was interested in you. You know, yeah, 8 of Wands. Look at that, 8 of Wands, 9 of Cups. It's coming in hot. It's coming in hot because of that little tornado you got. Because of that little tornado you got in your heart right now. It's just gonna bring everything out of the woodwork. Look at that. Ooh wee. I really love this deck, you guys. If you haven't seen this deck yet, it's the new Pocket Light Tears in a tin. It's so fucking cute, dude. You're taking back your power, babe. Ah, I love that. Taking back your power, babe. I love it when Spirit gets sassy with me. And it feels like you finally listen to some piece of advice, and it feels liberating. It feels like you're like, oh, that's all I had to do? Well, damn, look at that. Foundation. Well, damn, that's all I had to do? That's stupid. I could have been doing that this whole time, but here we are. Yeah, it feels like you finally listen to something, and you've been marinating in it, and you feel like you're putting things together. Things are starting to click. The world. I love that Steve calls the world the most powerful card in the deck, because that's how I know it's big. That's how I know that this energy is big, and it's. I want to clarify the Magician though, because it just peeked out at me. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what you got your grubby little fingers in. What are you doing creatively? What are you doing for yourself? You walking away from things? You walking away from people? You walking away from things that don't serve you? Oh, good for you. Okay, let's clarify that Magician, please. What is my viewer working towards creating? Thank you. Oh, healing. I don't know if you guys know. I don't have one around me right now because I'm a bad salesperson. I don't know if you guys know, I created a little Four of Swords Kirby sticker, and I've been so fucking connected to the Four of Swords lately because of this card. Because when I look at the Four of Swords, this is what I feel now. I don't feel like laying on a cold brick in a church, you know, with swords above me. Like, I feel this is what I feel off of the Four of Swords. Like, this is healing, this is nurturing yourself, this is stitching yourself back together. This is something I've experienced time and time again in my life, and it reminds me a lot too of SH, because it's like, you have to take care of yourself, right? Like, you hurt yourself, you have to take care of yourself. And it's just as important when you are someone who does SH. You know that it's just as important to take care of yourself as it is to hurt yourself, in that mindset. Sorry, that took a dark turn, but I'm relating to this card because that's what this feels like. This feels like you're nurturing yourself back to yourself. It feels like you're allowing yourself to sit with the different versions of yourself that are finally presenting themselves. It feels like they've been kind of peeking out for a while, but it feels like they're starting to finally show their face, and you're actually going to give them some face time. Queen of Swords with the star here. It feels like, yeah, she's at the tippy top of a mountain. I told you guys this about the King of Swords too. Like, they ain't got no business being up there without jackets and shit. She's wearing fucking sandals. She did not climb to the top of that mountain wearing sandals. I can guarantee you that. But I digress. This is an over exaggeration, but putting yourself on a pedestal is also a little bit lonely to you. As much as you put yourself on the pedestal and you worship yourself and you do all the things and you love yourself and you care for yourself and you prioritize yourself and your time and your healing and your growth, as much as you do that, you also still feel alone up there, because it's like, yeah, all of this stuff is great and cool and awesome, but I don't have anybody to share this experience with me. I don't have anybody to fall in love watching me do what I love doing. And that's what you're holding on to right now, is this feeling of, oh, ow. Every time I see the star and it talks about longing, I hear that song, Wishing on a Star. I'm not going to sing it because I have smoker throat right now. And yeah, you're holding on, oh, ouch. You're holding on to that hope of your king, your champion. Like, the feeling of holding on to that idea of like a white knight, right? Whatever it is to you. It could be a white knight for somebody. It could be Michael B. Jordan for somebody else. But anyways, you're holding on to the idea of somebody to share time with. Like, whatever that means. And I think that that's also a good energy wrap up for the whole reading, because it is really connection that you're seeking. And yeah, me and this person were also talking about how most of our relationships, we realized we were just really good friends, and we probably could have stayed friends. We could have just not fucked things up with the relationship, and everything would have been fine, and we would have had like the same outcome. Like, we didn't have to go through the whole relationship. Sometimes you just get so attached to a person that you can't decipher the connection, and sometimes that means that you end up dating people you don't want to be with just because you had a really good connection. But what this is saying is that you're holding on to this feeling of connection and you're not letting it go, which is good. That means there's hope, right? The star card. There's hope. There's something you're holding on to. But it's not a specific person like you think it is. It's the feeling that you get from being with that person. And that's what Spirit's trying to tell you, is it's okay to hold on to that, but it's a feeling. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it take over your whole life and, you know, kick it into high gear like you always do, dumbass. It's a feeling, but it's a feeling that can be recreated. It's a feeling that can be recreated. It's not fleeting. It's not something that's gonna go away. That feeling can be recreated, and that person is not the only person that holds the key to that feeling. But you have to find that feeling first within you, so that you understand that you can cultivate that feeling. You can give that feeling to others, but you are also in need of receiving that feeling, right? It's a spiritual reciprocation. I talk about this all the time. Spiritual reciprocation is so fucking important, because in the spirit realm, everything deals off of energy exchange. So me showing you this tarot reading is one thing, but you watching it, that's energy reciprocation, right? Like you liking videos, that's energy reciprocation. Like you appreciate them, so you're giving them something in return. It doesn't have to be money, right? Any type of energy reciprocation is energy reciprocation, and that's what this feels like. You're understanding that you need. You're understanding that you need connection, baby. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful fucking reading. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. Excuse me. That means you found someone who's already in the mindset that you're trying to embody. You got, didn't you? You found somebody who did you to you, and now you don't know what to fucking do. You're like, I thought I was the shit. I thought I was doing all this so good. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck is you? Where did you come from? Yeah, and it made you feel small. It made you feel like a little fucking explorer page with a stick. Like, they're just like this big person, like this big personality, this big energy, and they come in with like swords and armor and shit, and they like hold they hold the attention of the room, and you're back here in the back with a stick like, yeah, me too. Like, they made you feel small, and that's so cute. I'm so glad that it sparked something in you. It ignited something in you, and it made you feel free. It made you feel good and liberated and free for the first time, and like truly experiencing real, actual, pure love. And that's absolutely beautiful. Balancing the scales over here is justice to wrap up the reading. It's, you needed to meet this person, whether or not this person's going to be in your life. They're very important to your balance, just their presence. But with you or without you, right? The lessons are important. Hope that helps.